Ladies and gentlemen, you're here today listening to me, and I'm going to tell you something that's going to sting, but it's the truth. You've been wasting time. You've been dreaming and dreaming and dreaming, but you haven't done a damn thing about it. And that's exactly why you're still where you are. You can sit around, wish for success, wait for the right moment, and pray for things to magically happen, but let me tell you something. It's never going to happen. You have to stop dreaming and start doing, period. If you think success is going to fall into your lap just because you're hoping for it, you're in for a rude awakening. The world doesn't care about your dreams. It cares about your actions. And until you start taking massive action, you're going to stay stuck in the same place forever. I've heard it all before. People telling me their big ideas, their grand plans, and how they're going to change the world. But when I ask them what they've done about it, all I hear are excuses. They tell me how hard it is. They tell me how long it's going to take. They tell me they'll get to it tomorrow. But guess what? Tomorrow never comes. And in the meantime, they're watching other people take action, seize opportunities, and build a life they've been dreaming about while they sit on their hands. Let's be clear, dreaming isn't the problem. It's the lack of action that kills people's dreams. You think about success, you fantasize about it, but when it comes time to put in the work, you bail. You're too afraid, you think it's too hard. You're looking for the easy way out, and let me tell you something. The easy way doesn't exist. You have to get up, get moving, and make it happen. There are no shortcuts, no secret formulas, no magic keys. The only way to succeed is through hard work, relentless effort, and a mentality that refuses to quit. You're not here to listen to another motivational speech about following your dreams. No, you're here because you want results. You want to know how to stop talking about your goals and start achieving them. You want to know how to shift from being a dreamer to a doer. Well, I'm going to lay it out for you, step by step. And if you can't handle the truth, then you might as well leave now. But if you're ready to make a real change, if you're ready to stop dreaming and start doing, then buckle up, because we're about to get real. Dreaming is for the lazy. Let's get something straight right from the beginning. Dreaming is for the lazy. I know that might sting, but it's the truth. Dreamers talk a big game, but they don't back it up with action. And let me tell you something else. If you're waiting for a sign, if you're waiting for the perfect moment, you're wasting your time. The perfect moment doesn't exist. You have to take charge of your own life and start making things happen right now. Dreams don't build empires, and they don't make you wealthy. You want to change your life, you want to make something of yourself, then get off your ass and get to work. The world doesn't care about your fantasies, it cares about results. And results come from action. If you're not putting in the effort, if you're not willing to sacrifice and work hard, then you're never going to make it. It's that simple. Dreaming doesn't give you power, doing does. And if you want power, you need to move beyond the what ifs and get down to business. The first step is to stop lying to yourself. You've been making excuses for far too long. You've been telling yourself that you'll start tomorrow, that you'll get to it when things settle down, when you have more money, when you have more time. Let me tell you right now, there is no perfect time. It will never come. The only time you have is now. You need to stop waiting for some magical moment to show up. The real question is, how badly do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you'll stop dreaming and start doing. Get out of your head. Stop fantasizing about what could be. Start thinking about what's possible right now. Focus on what you can control, and that's your actions. Stop dreaming, because dreams don't pay the bills. Do something today that moves you closer to your goal. Every day that you put off your dreams is a day you'll never get back. Stop wasting time, and action creates momentum. Dreaming is easy. Acting is hard, but acting is what creates momentum. You want to know how to move from where you are to where you want to be? Start doing. Simple as that. Momentum is a powerful force. It builds on itself. Once you get moving, it's much easier to keep going. But you'll never know that unless you start. You'll sit there thinking about it, planning for it, imagining it, but none of that matters if you're not actually doing something about it. When you take action, even small action, it sets something in motion. It gets the ball rolling. It gets you moving in the right direction. And once you're moving, it becomes easier to make decisions, to adjust, to grow. But if you're sitting still, if you're not taking action, you're going to stay stuck. You'll be paralyzed by indecision and fear. You'll keep dreaming and wishing and hoping, but nothing will ever change. And do you know what separates the successful from the unsuccessful? Action. It's that simple. Successful people don't sit around waiting for things to happen. They make things happen. They take action every single day, no matter how small the step. And that momentum adds up over time. That's how you build a life that matters. You take action, you create momentum, and you keep pushing forward. If you don't know where to start, just start. It doesn't matter how small your action is. What matters is that you begin. Don't wait for the perfect plan or the perfect opportunity. Start with what you have and make progress. Don't worry about getting everything right. Just focus on getting started, and the momentum will carry you from there. Eliminate fear of failure. Well, let me tell you something you're probably not going to like. Failure is part of the process. You're going to fail. In fact, you're probably going to fail a lot. But the difference between those who succeed and those who fail permanently is simple. They learn from their mistakes and keep going. Failure isn't the end of the road. It's part of the journey. And you can't let the fear of failure stop you from taking action. People are afraid of failure because they think it defines them. They think that failing once means they're a failure forever, but that's simply not true. You fail, you learn, you grow, and then you get back up and try again. If you're going to be afraid of something, be afraid of not trying. Be afraid of staying stuck in your dream world while the world moves on without you. The truth is, failure is the greatest teacher you'll ever have. It shows you where you went wrong, what you need to improve, and what you can do differently next time. But only if you're willing to face it. If you're too afraid to fail, then you're too afraid to succeed. Because success comes from learning through failure. Every successful person you look up to has failed multiple times. What made them successful wasn't their ability to avoid failure. It was their ability to get back up after failing. If you're serious about stopping the endless dreaming and starting the doing, you have to get comfortable with failure. You have to be willing to fail, get up, and keep going. Because failure is a sign that you're on the right track. It means you're doing something. And that's where success begins. Stop making excuses. There's a saying that goes, excuses are the nails that build the house of failure. And if you're constantly making excuses, then that's exactly where you're going to stay, right in the house of failure. It's easy to come up with excuses. It's easy to justify why you're not taking action today. You'll say, I'm too tired. I don't have the money. It's not the right time. But here's the thing. You're full of shit. The truth is you're making excuses because you're scared. You're afraid to take the first step. You're afraid of what might happen if you actually go for it. You have to stop making excuses. Stop telling yourself that you're too busy, too tired, or too overwhelmed. Every time you make an excuse, you're telling yourself that your dreams aren't worth the effort. You're telling yourself that your goals aren't important enough to fight for. And that's bullshit. Your dreams are worth fighting for. Your goals are worth pursuing. And if you want them badly enough, you'll stop making it. Everyone has challenges. Everyone has obstacles. But the successful people The ones who get results don't let excuses stop them. They find a way. They get creative. They dig deep and make it happen. So stop whining about your circumstances and start taking responsibility for your actions. The only thing standing between you and your success is the excuses you keep making. Knock them off. Take responsibility for your life. If you want to stop dreaming and start doing, you need to take responsibility for your life. You are where you are because of the decisions you've made. Nobody else is to blame for your failures, your setbacks, or your struggles. It's all on you. And that's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, but it's the truth. You have to take responsibility for every aspect of your life, from your career to your health to your relationship. You can't blame anyone else. You're in control of your own fate. Once you take full responsibility for your life, you stop making excuses and you start taking action. You stop waiting for someone to save you and you start saving yourself. You realize that you are the only one who can create the life you want. And when you take that responsibility seriously, you begin to take ownership of your dreams and turn them into reality. When you stop blaming others and start holding yourself accountable, that's when the magic happens. That's when you start doing instead of dreaming. It's not about what's happened to you in the past, it's about what you do right now. Your future is in your hands, and you have the power to shape it. So stop waiting for permission and start doing the work necessary to make your dreams come true. Develop relentless persistence. Persistence is the key to success. It's what separates those who achieve their goals from those who quit halfway through. If you want to go from being a dreamer to being a doer, you have to develop relentless persistence. You have to be willing to keep going even when it gets tough, even when you don't see immediate results, and even when the whole world tells you to quit. Successful people are persistent. They don't stop just because they hit a roadblock or because things aren't going according to plan. They keep moving forward no matter what. If one path doesn't work, they try another. If that doesn't work, they try again and again and again until they get what they want. Persistence is what turns dreams into reality. It's what separates the winners from the losers. It's easy to quit when things get tough. It's easy to throw in the towel and go back to your comfort zone. But if you want something more than that, if you want success, you have to dig deep and keep pushing forward. You can't afford to give up no matter how many times you fail or how many obstacles you encounter. Because the moment you give up is the moment you lose. So develop persistence. Keep going and don't stop until you've achieved your goals. Focus on one thing at a time. Most people fail because they try to do too much at once. They get overwhelmed by the sheer volume of tasks they have to accomplish and end up doing nothing at all. If you want to stop dreaming and start doing, you need to focus on one thing at a time. Don't try to take on the world all at once. Pick one goal, one task, and go after it with everything you've got. When you focus on one thing at a time, you can put all your energy and effort into making it happen. You can avoid distractions and give your full attention to the task at hand. Trying to juggle multiple goals at once will only dilute your efforts and make it harder to achieve anything. So pick something that matters and dedicate yourself to it. Once you've completed that, then move on to the next. You need to stop spreading yourself too thin. Focus on what's important, give it your all. And once you achieve that, celebrate your success and move on to the next challenge. But don't try to do everything at once. Success comes from focusing your energy in the right direction and doing one thing really well. Set clear, specific goals. If you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there. That's why setting clear, specific goals is absolutely essential. If you want to stop dreaming and start doing, you need to know exactly what it is you're working towards. You need to break your dream down into tangible, achievable goals. And once you have those goals, you can begin taking action toward achieving them. Vague goals are useless. You can't just say, I want to be successful. You need to define what success looks like. Accountability is key. If you want to stop dreaming and start doing, you need accountability. There's a reason why people hire coaches, why athletes have trainers, why successful entrepreneurs surround themselves with mentors. They know that accountability keeps them focused and driven. Without accountability, it's far too easy to give up, to quit, to let distractions pull you off course. But when someone is watching you, when someone is holding your feet to the fire, that's when you get things done. You need to stop hiding behind your own excuses. You need to stop thinking that you can figure it out on your own. Success is not a solo journey. If you really want to achieve greatness, you need to make yourself answerable to someone. Whether it's a mentor, a business partner, or even a trusted friend, you need someone who's going to call you out when you're slacking. Someone who's going to push you when you want to stop. The reality is, without someone pushing you to get to work, you'll just keep procrastinating. You'll make excuses. You'll rationalize why you haven't taken action, and you'll go in circles. But if you have someone who's looking over your shoulder, who knows your goals and expects results, you will push yourself harder. You will rise to the challenge. You will take the steps necessary to get closer to your goals. Accountability isn't just about someone telling you what to do. It's about you taking responsibility for your actions and setting standards that you cannot afford to ignore. If you've been living without accountability, you've been living in comfort. And comfort doesn't get you anywhere. If you want to change, if you want to start doing, you need to find someone who's going to hold you accountable. Don't let yourself off the hook anymore. Don't allow yourself to coast. You want success, you want to stop dreaming and start doing, then find someone who will hold you accountable, someone who will challenge you to do the hard things, to put in the hours, to push through the discomfort. That's how you move forward. That's how you get things done. Get comfortable with discomfort. Let's face it, doing is hard. Dreaming, easy. But taking action, putting in the work, dealing with setbacks, that's uncomfortable. That's why most people don't do it. They don't like the pain. They don't like the feeling of struggle. But here's the cold, hard truth. Nothing worth having comes easily. If you're not willing to endure the discomfort of doing the work, then you might as well stop right now. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. If you want to stop dreaming and start doing, you have to be prepared for the grind. You have to embrace the suck. You have to know that there are going to be long days, sleepless nights, moments of doubt, and moments when you want to quit. But those moments, those are the moments that separate the winners from the losers. Every time you face discomfort and push through it, you build resilience. You build mental toughness. You get stronger. The more you're willing to endure, the more you're willing to sacrifice, the greater the rewards will be. But you won't get there by sitting back and hoping things will be easy. You get there by getting comfortable with discomfort and continuing to move forward, no matter how hard it gets. People who succeed understand this principle. They know that to get to the top, they have to take the hard path. The comfortable path leads to mediocrity. The hard path leads to greatness. So stop expecting things to be easy. Start expecting them to be tough. And when it gets tough, don't back down. Push harder. Do whatever it takes to break through. You'll never achieve anything worth having by staying inside your comfort zone. If you want to stop dreaming and start doing, you need to step out of your comfort zone and dive headfirst into discomfort. That's where growth happens. That's where success is made. Focus on results, not effort. When you want to stop dreaming and start doing, you need to get focused on results. Too many people get caught up in the idea of effort, thinking that if they work hard, that's enough. But it's not about working hard. It's about getting results. Results are the only thing that matter. If you're not achieving the outcome you want, it doesn't matter how much effort you're putting in. You're wasting time. Stop being busy for the sake of being busy. Stop fooling yourself into thinking that working 16-hour days means you're doing everything right. It doesn't. What you should be doing is working strategically. You should be focused on getting the results that will move you closer to your goals. If you're working hard and not getting the results you want, it's time to reassess what you're doing. Focus on what works. Focus on what's moving you toward your goal. Effort for the sake of effort is just wasted time. You need to make sure that every minute you spend is working toward your success. You need to develop the discipline to cut out the unnecessary tasks, the distractions, and the things that don't produce results. The point is, you need to stop feeling good about yourself because you're busy. Busy doesn't mean effective. Results do. And if you want to stop dreaming and start doing, you need to measure your progress by the results you're achieving, not by the time you're putting in. Time is precious, so use it wisely. Don't just be busy, be productive. Focus on the outcome and make every action you take work toward that outcome. Believe in your own potential. Finally, if you want to stop dreaming and start doing, you have to believe in yourself. I don't care if you've failed 100 times before. I don't care if people have doubted you, told you it can't be done, or called you crazy. If you want to succeed, you have to believe in your own potential. You have to believe that you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Your biggest enemy isn't the people around you, it's your own self-doubt. It's the voice inside your head that tells you you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, that you'll never make it. You have to silence that voice. You have to replace it with the belief that you have what it takes to succeed. Belief in yourself is what fuels your actions. It's what keeps you going when the going gets tough. It's what keeps you from giving up when the world tells you to quit. And if you don't believe in yourself, then no one will. It's your life. You're the one who has to show up every day and do the work. So start believing that you are capable of achieving your goals. Because without that belief, you'll never even start. You have the potential to do great things. Don't let anyone or anything tell you otherwise. Stop dreaming about what you could do and start doing what you know you're capable of. Your potential is limitless. Now stop wasting it. Ladies and gentlemen, the time for dreaming is over. The time for doing is now. You have the potential, you have the capability, but without action, it's all meaningless. Stop making excuses. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop letting fear, doubt, and failure hold you back. It's time to start taking massive action. You have everything you need to succeed. You just have to start doing it. If you want to change your life, if you want to go from dreaming to doing, then you need to commit right now to the path of hard work, relentless effort, and the courage to face your fears. Success is not given to you. You have to take it. So get up, stop dreaming, and start doing. The clock is ticking, and your future is waiting. You can do this. Now go out there and make it happen.